Obviously, I'm ready.
Okay. A wiggy, I know what you did last episode to everybody out there. It is the Sneaker Peter on the Sneaks and Stats episode 27.
27.
And I'm with a very known killer, as you can see.
Yeah, who could...
Steady Daddy's under there somewhere.
Who could... I mean, who's to say? The killer could be anybody. Could
Yeah.
be the guy that plays Shaggy from all the Scooby-Doo movies.
That's right.
Could be. Or
Yeah.
the other guy.
It could be the scary movie version.
I could be, yeah, I could be...
It could be a special guest.
Waza. I could have a crazy shoe collection. I'd be a crazy sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Anyways, don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
This is FaZe.
I'm here. Happy Halloween.
A very spooky, happy episode 27 to you all out there. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, like and comment on our videos. Follow us on our social media, Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok,
And why?
and all your podcast platform.
We're there.
needs, We're on there.
We're on there. We're on that thing. We are
Yes.
on top of it.
Yes. Gentlemen, start your engines. The NBA season
The
is
NBA
upon
season
us.
is here. It's...
Can I have the mask now?
Hold on. Take off your mask.
Whoa. That'd be tight.
Worry each other.
Yeah. Like, that'd be dope.
That'd be crazy. If
That'd
we
be
could,
cool.
I want to be you.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, man. NBA finally started. Pretty good opening. I mean, not for Lakers fans like ourselves, but pretty good opening games. It was good slate. Kind of weird. I thought it was really weird to have two Western Conference games on Tuesday last week to start us off, but kind of fun games. Warriors Suns. That's like gonna be a good matchup. You know.
Yeah, they picked two good matchups, I thought, for the first day.
Today we're recording on Thursday of last week for you guys, and today's matchups I think are actually even better.
Yes.
Because
I agree.
To be honest, I didn't see a world where the Lakers beat the Nuggets in Denver on ring night.
I didn't either.
It's just not going to happen, especially after what happened last season.
Mm-hmm.
But Suns and Lakers match up pretty nice. That game's going on right now,
Yeah.
and
There is no D-Book or Bradley Beal tonight, though.
Yeah.
And for the Lakers, there's no Vanderbilt, but
I know we need Vando, that's for sure.
But earlier, the Bucks played the Sixers, which was a really, really good game. A lot of players from that are new on those teams did really well on both teams. I think.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
It's been a good start so far. We're gonna dive into some of the games that we had on the first and second day. Do you have a favorite player so far?
We kind of talked about it, and we'll talk about this game a little later. But Emmanuel Quickly,
Yes,
super impressive. Wemby had a pretty good start, and OKC, anyone on OKC,
I love that team.
man, that team blew the Bulls out by 20
Yeah.
in Chicago on opening night. The Bulls were so upset about it. They held a players only meeting already. The first game of the season. They're like,
Yeah.
that's it. Enough is enough.
Yeah, and the only highlight they have is Andre Drummond breaking Chet's
Oh man,
ankles.
that was pretty nasty.
That's my guy in
That
fantasy too.
play looked so weird.
It was so
It
weird.
looked like it was like sped up, like in the highlights.
And he looked like when he fell, he looked like he hurt himself or something.
I mean,
he's so
honestly,
big.
anytime Chet falls, it looks like it's gonna hurt a lot. That dude is just all
Looks
bones.
like a spider crumbling or something.
Yeah, quickly.
they
I
look
thought
great. We've
quickly
been
was
saying that.
really, really nice.
Quickly,
Devin Vassell for the Spurs.
he looked amazing.
I thought
for
he
them.
looked pretty good.
Sohan looked good. That whole Spurs team surprised me, even though they did lose and Luka and Kyrie went crazy at the end. But
Derek Lively, the
That's who
rookie
was gonna
backup
say.
on the Mavs.
Yes.
He looked really nice.
he looked great.
Today's game that I was really excited about was that 76ers Bucks matchup. I almost
Yeah.
said Blazers because that's
They got blown out last night too by the Clippers.
the Blazers, yeah. But I almost said Blazers because of Dame because now he's on the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So
And he had such a good game, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And I bet Portland fans probably feel terrible about that.
yeah, he was hitting 4-point plays. He was going crazy.
He basically had two of those, but they took one back.
Yeah, I
You
saw that,
I
yeah.
was like, oh god.
Yeah, that combo. TV's being a little spooky for the Halloween episode.
Kind of cool.
Not really sure what's
Kind of
going
like
on
that
with
it's happening. Yeah.
Um,
I've been watching a lot of Ghost Adventures, so
Could be a ghost
Sorry.
adventure in the TV.
in the TV right now. Yeah.
I
Sorry,
disabled
guys.
it. Hopefully it comes back. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, it's been a good start. Okay, I think OKC is really going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even though they were really good last year and Shea was really good last year, I think that's going to be a team that people are like, whoa.
Yeah, I put them as high as like maybe 6 or 7. They looked. I don't know. I feel like when we make our daily top 8 projections every year, it's always really off. Like,
That's true.
so I want to put them up there based on how I feel about them and how their first game went.
I don't know. The thing is that like. So now, recently, just announced yesterday, Steven Adams done for the year for the Grizzlies. He's having surgery on his knee. Obviously, they don't have Ja for the first 25 games. And no Brandon Clark until maybe January. So that team is going to slip in the standings. They're going to,
I think so.
have a
Until
worse...
Ja comes back, maybe.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, Derrick Rose, good point guard. Marcus Smart, I would not say he's a point guard, but he often plays point guard.
Yeah.
So he's good, but they don't have Tyus Jones, who 2 years ago when Ja missed like I think about 25 games, everyone was like, oh, the Grizzlies have a better record without Ja, and it's like no, Ja's really good, but Tyus Jones, I feel
Did a
like,
great
and
job.
Kyle Anderson were the reason that that team was so steady without Ja, and they're both gone. So
I think Tillman and Aldama will hold it down for the center spot.
I don't know about Aldama. I'll say that.
You don't like Aldama?
Tillman's pretty good.
Tillman was pretty good. He had 17 and 12 last night. Pretty good. I think he'll hold it down at least.
He'll be okay. Yeah,
time
he'll be
being.
fine.
Yeah.
Another team up and coming that might surprise people is the Magic.
Yes.
They blew the doors off of the Rockets, which is
Rockets.
they're terrible, but they won by 30 points. And I think Banchero has another leap to make, and Franz Wagner as well. So
they're another team that I was like with like a nice nucleus of stars, kind of,
young up and comers.
They have that Cole Anthony dude. He's not bad as a point guard. I feel like
I don't really like Cole
I know
Anthony.
you don't like him.
I don't like him. Ever since he tried to dunk in Tim's and it took 10 attempts, I'm like,
Yes.
you're done.
Yeah. And they also have that other dude. Oh, I forgot his name.
Jalen Suggs?
Suggs. I like Suggs. I remember watching him.
I like Suggs more than Cole Anthony.
Yes. And
They have what's his name? Fultz.
they have Fultz, who was having a pretty good comeback year last year.
He was okay. They have what's his name? The anti-vaxxer religious guy, Jonathan Isaac.
Isaac, yes.
Yeah, who's finally back. He missed like 3 years straight with injuries and not getting the COVID vaccine when that was a thing.
And then their other big, who's that guy who can also take another step, who just hasn't yet.
Banchero?
No. He's also another big.
Mo Wagner?
No. Shoot.
The guy from Chicago.
Yes.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Wendell Carter Jr.,
Yeah, Wendell
yes.
Carter Jr. could be nice.
He could be super good, and at times he shows it. But yeah, that whole Orlando team, not bad.
Orlando, I think, will make some noise. I don't know who falls out of the playoff race in the East. I guess the Raptors probably would be my pick from last year.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think the Raptors didn't make the playoffs last year. Actually,
Did they make the play-in? Not even.
No, they were in the play-in. And they lost to
that's right.
Chicago because remember DeMar's daughter was in the stands
yelling and doing the free throws. That's right.
So funny.
Nice memory. Good memory.
I try.
I know. I'm young.
I'm cool.
And what else was I going to bring up? Oh yes, the Clippers, and we finally have Kawhi and Paul George playing together.
So I drive by Staples every day on my way to work.
What billboard did you see?
So last year they had a billboard that had Paul George and Kawhi on it, and it said it said one of a kind, but we've got two of them.
Yes,
And
that's
now,
over here too.
And now, because Russ is still like a marketable star, even though he doesn't play like a star, I would say anymore. They just did the same exact theme and then just put Russ
We
on
have
it.
3.
And they literally go one of a kind, and we have 3.
Oh,
I'm like,
but-
I keep waiting if they'd make the Harden trade one of a kind, and we have 4. That's another interesting
That's so
situation.
lazy.
I know, it's so funny.
That is so lazy.
I mean, I get it. They are kind of, even though Paul George and Kawhi actually have very similar games.
they do.
But that's another interesting situation.
It is.
James Harden.
Yes.
He today was, so he's been away from the team and he's been getting fined by the team. And we talked about this before, but there is a clause where you have to report to your team
Yeah.
to try and like make an effort essentially. Like,
Yeah.
and if you don't, they can essentially say, well, if it's been 30 days, you haven't shown up for us, so you can't, you're done.
Play.
Like you can't
Yeah.
play for any team because you didn't show up for us and
Yep.
you're under our contract, which
Yep.
is crazy. So he wanted to go to the game in Milwaukee today, showed up at the airport at Philly, reportedly, according to Shams Charania, and the team security said, you're not allowed to board
Yeah.
this flight. Go away, which is
Insane.
so insane.
Yeah.
To not even fake it anymore. Most
Right.
teams at least try and fake it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he's injured. No, this dude, you're just not allowed to come.
Yeah.
Which now they brought up during the broadcast today on TNT.
Yeah.
They got to come up with a reason because now there's the rule about the stars have to play a certain amount of games.
Yeah.
They have to find a reason as to why he's not playing because I don't know if they'll accept we just don't want him to play.
Well, Chris Haynes reported before the Suns game today that their excuse was that they contacted him and told him, we want you ready for game shape.
Yeah, in fairness.
But why wouldn't you let him go with the team and work out in Milwaukee?
Well, that's the thing.
You know?
He's been, so their whole mindset, and I guess Nick, from what Chris Haynes said during that broadcast earlier today, the Bucks game, is that Nick Nurse's mindset is like, if you're not even willing to come and practice with us,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to
shouldn't.
do any team activities.
I agree
like,
with that.
You're not a part of the team? Fine. Because that's the thing. You would think, like, to your point, you'd want him to work out with the guys, but he had those opportunities and failed to show up. He was in Houston, reportedly,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Oh, yeah. Of course he's there. He's always there. And he showed up to what, 1 or 2 practices? And then
I don't even know if he.
disappear
I think
again?
he showed up to 1 practice and then
Yeah.
maybe 1 media. Like he showed up to media day and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So he has not been with the team at least in 10 days, from what I've heard.
Right, which is why I feel like if what Chris Haynes said was true, that was the story they just made up to kind of.
But
save
like
face.
to his point, remember when he showed up? Are you messing with me?
George. Oh, he went away.
He's gone.
He has a remote. He's like, gotcha.
To Chris Haynes, they brought this up too. Like, okay, so Harden, when he was trying to leave the Rockets, he showed up super out of shape.
Yeah.
Didn't try at all on either end of the floor. Just trying to sabotage the team. Like, I'm not gonna play for you. You can put me in the game, but I'm not gonna play. So you
Yeah.
better trade me. And the Sixers don't want that because it kind of ruins his trade value too. Like, he's not even playing for you guys, even though it's already as low as it can be.
Right.
But he was like, so what do you do in that situation if your star is not going to try?
Yeah.
Like, he's made it known he doesn't want to be there. Does that give you a leeway in this whole your star's got to play thing? Like,
Yeah. That's
really weird situation.
It's just a classic case of
Hardenitis.
yes, and also in every level of every sport, it's like if you're not gonna show up for us, then you're just not gonna play.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't care how much money you make, whatever. It's not fair to the rest of the
No.
players, dude.
That's
You know?
why. That's what. To me, it just seems like a deal must be in the works if they're telling
Yeah.
him don't even come on the flight.
Exactly.
Like we said earlier.
It's a matter of where now. Just if that's true, where, right?
I know, because reportedly they want the only deal right now that is even on the table. Reportedly is with the Clippers, and the Sixers really want Terrence Mann.
Which they don't want to give up.
They want to pair him with other potential Skechers athlete, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Who I guess actually we said last week that he's on the Skechers team, but I guess he hasn't joined. He hasn't officially signed as a Skechers athlete
Right.
yet. We'll get into some more Skechers stuff next week, but just of note. So that's the deal. Terrence Mann one unprotected first round pick and then at least one more with some protections or a pick swap.
Yeah.
Which to me does not sound like enough for James Harden.
It's not.
Look at what like Beal went for, Dame.
Yeah.
Lots of first round picks.
And PG himself
Yeah.
went for the most, I think.
Well, after not until Gobert.
Not until Gobert's
Gobert's deal was
ridiculous.
God. The Timberwolves are so stupid because now they signed Jaden McDaniels to a big deal.
Yeah.
And
Naz Reid is there too.
And he got a big deal. So it's like Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, and Gobert and Cat. They literally they're
Every big in the world.
Yeah. And they're gonna enter that second apron with the new tax rules that are in place, and they're gonna have to pay a ton of money. So essentially everyone's saying like by this time next year, Gobert or Cat is going to be traded.
And they probably should. I feel like if they don't see any type of success, it probably should be Cat. Like maybe move on.
I think so, just because Gobert brings you something that no one else on the team does. Like Naz Reid's a great defender, but Gobert's got that crazy height. I mean, granted, he is just an offensive liability. I don't know if he was faking it in Utah for a few years, but I saw a play during preseason. He had the opposing point guard on him, couldn't get position, and then turned the ball over because they doubled him. Which, in fairness, he was doubled, but like, he literally had a foot at least on whoever was guarding him, and it's like, yo, just pivot, turn, and shoot the ball,
and it's over,
and no one can touch it.
Exactly.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, no, that's insane. To not be able to have that position and somebody on you and not do anything is kind of in the NBA is kind of sad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a fun start to the season.
Only been a couple days and we had some good stuff already.
I am very excited because I really like Giannis and I really like Dame. That is my most excited. I'm the most excited about that storyline because that team right now, just Giannis actually seemed to me he had a bad game. He seemed like he was playing really out of control, which can be a problem of his. But it was crazy because when he did get into a bad situation, he can just kick it out to Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
And they have to help off of him because you have Middleton and 24. What's his name? The white guy?
Connaughton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Connaughton, I don't think Connaughton's a great shooter, but like those other dudes.
But he's
everyone can shoot around him.
Yes. Connaughton is one of those. He's like a Matt Barnes. I'll do a little bit of everything type of thing.
Yeah. That's a pretty good. I don't think I think Matt Barnes was a better defender.
Way better, but sorry about it. I love Matt Barnes. No offense.
But that other kid that they have too, Beauchamp.
Beauchamp, yeah.
That dude had a great
Marjan.
game. Marjan, thank you.
Yeah.
He had a super good game.
He had a great preseason.
And he just leaks out. Dame hit him twice that I watched in just the first half of like these leak out easy layups.
Yeah.
And he had Embiid chasing him down on one play, and he went up and then just went to the left. Perfect play. Like high. It seems like he's got a good IQ.
He's a very smart, also a big dude that's taking advantage of his size. I was watching the game and I saw Giannis kind of try to take over, get into the paint, do his thing, right? He made one, he did it again, one possession, missed, and then it seemed like Dame that's when Dame took over. He hit the three, he hit the 4-point play, and what I saw from Giannis was kind of like, it looked like, you can take the ball this time. It's cool because he never really had it.
He never really had that. Middleton has been a knockdown shooter, but not really a guy.
But he was on the second star.
Go. But I do think having Dame is, and Dame's never had a guy like Giannis. I mean, CJ McCollum was really good, but not. They've never had. Neither of them have had a guy on this level where you can just say, take it, like you're hot, and I know you'll score right now. Where like if CJ was hot, he'll probably score, but like if Giannis or Dame is hot, they're gonna score.
A little more dominating too.
Way more dominant, and the thing is, I think too is like they're both so good at completely different ends of the game offensively. Giannis is obviously a crazy good defender, where Dame is just average, I'd say. But like on offense, it's like this one guy, he can shoot it from 40 feet. And this other dude is going to run through my entire defense, and no one can stop him. Like, I don't know what you do. Because Giannis is a decent passer, too. So.
Yeah, Giannis made a couple threes today, too. So he's gonna stretch your defense.
Crazy. That's gonna be a crazy team. We'll get into a few other teams here coming up in a moment.
I purposely didn't bring up the Nuggets because they did good, but they're becoming very annoying to me.
Yeah, their hate for the Lakers is
And it's only
it seems-
Joker that's not really saying anything. It's just,
He never
everybody-
says anything though.
I know he don't care.
Yeah, Mike Malone leans into it. Jamal Murray loves it. He's always hated the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Nuggets. I
They look great.
I think they're the early favorites. I know it's really early, but man,
Mm-hmm.
just that team. That starting five is, I think, the best starting five in the NBA.
I think so too.
They're just their chemistry.
KCP
they all
does
can
not
shoot it.
does not get enough credit.
No, yeah, that's the thing too. Is like people were saying, Michael Porter Jr. is not a great defender, then that's like a weak link for them because Aaron Gordon's a really good defender. Jokic is really big.
Yeah.
Murray's a decent defender. KCP is obviously a really good defender. But like, can you imagine you're Taurean Prince? You're 6'7", you're big, but you have Michael Porter Jr. guarding you. That dude's almost 7 feet tall. That's a big guy.
And
Even
he's
if he's
young.
not good, he's really at defending. He's really big.
Yeah.
That's a big body to try and
Yep.
deal with. So
Yeah, that team is pretty. I mean, they're living up to their hype. Like
Yeah.
I still would think like after their first games, like Bucks and Nuggets are the top of their conferences
yeah,
for sure.
I think so. But like we mentioned last week, we wanted to switch up the format a little bit. So
Let's get in there.
let's keep with the current events.
Yes.
And let's take a week. Let's take a look at some of the new and upcoming releases for this week.
Here's Johnny. No, it's not really.
Johnny's not here.
Johnny's not here.
We couldn't get Johnny. Johnny's super busy today.
Just wanted to throw a little Halloween reference out there.
Which is good because that's the first shoe I have
Yes.
is Nike's Halloween release. An Air Force One.
I like it.
It's an interesting concept. I don't really like it.
I love the snake skin. I also like the green sole with that kind of like a camo looking bottom.
Kind of, yeah.
But I don't like the execution. I feel like you could have
Yeah.
added maybe a little bit of a
Something
maybe
to,
like a purple and orange.
something to accent it.
I see it there, but
Yeah.
right? Maybe the stitching could have been white or purple,
They're doing so. These are out right now.
Yes.
And they did these as well in dunks, but they're dunk mids.
Mid. I just saw that recently. I thought they were only releasing that. So pretty cool.
I don't really like the shape of the mid dunks
The mid.
though.
It looks like it
looks
needs a little more height or no height.
Yeah,
Right?
like some of the mid Jordans I like. I know a lot of people don't like them,
Yeah.
but like these,
The
the
mids are
mid
mid.
dunks are just so weird looking to me. But these are out right now. Just came out, I think, or just recently.
Yeah.
And they are going for $145 right now. Still pretty widely available right now, so that's good. They did a full size run. This is the top down look because I want to get this. The sole, the inner
Insole is
insole
amazing.
is nice.
Look at that.
And
The font on
the
the
font
Nike,
for the Nike's sick, and the little charm.
Great.
Really cool.
and then they have the waxed laces. Awesome. I just felt, I don't know,
One little accent piece.
Yes.
The check being a different
a
color.
little
or
little
just
accent,
something.
a little detail.
Toe box a different color maybe.
Like I was
would have been
thinking,
really nice.
Yes, I was thinking something on the toe box. I was thinking this charm, this logo of like a jack-o'-lantern, maybe on the side, orange.
Yeah,
Stitched,
something.
like
yeah.
you know how they usually have it on the corners, something like that. But again, in the Halloween series, I always felt like they always do a pretty good job, so not bad.
Yeah, and I hadn't really thought about that they would do like special holiday releases.
Yeah.
So this was cool and new for me, but I got an email this morning from Kicks Crew,
Cool.
who exclusively is selling the Rigorer. I think they're doing a new release of the Rigorer as well.
Are you gonna buy one?
No, probably not.
Yeah,
Now
not
that you
right
got
now.
me the Tatums, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And these
Yeah.
Terminators are new
Welcome
for me.
welcome to the family.
I was super happy with these because legit half off. They had a member sale going, and then they also discounted these because no one buys Terminators. So they were $60 out the door.
More for us.
Yes, I'm super stoked on these. They feel really nice. I like how they like. Sierra goes, "You look like you're wearing Marty McFly's shoes." I'm like, "Yes,
Kind of. Yeah.
I kind of do."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so shout out to a new
Yes.
pair in the collection as well for me. I'm wearing one of my
Yes.
childhood favorites,
Great.
gifted from this gentleman right here. Thank you very much.
Ghostface,
Ghostface the Killer.
Ghostface the murderer, man.
I told you earlier, I also got an email about
Oh yeah,
winning
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, congrats.
Yes, we hung out the other night
Had a
with
little
some
too much
friends.
fun.
Had some fun. and I got an email saying
made
that
a bid.
that I won a bid to StockX, and I was like, oh no, like is it an expensive shoe? It was the Halloween Prestos that came out in 22. So
That's cool. I look forward to seeing those.
under $100.
Nice.
It was
Super good deal.
It wasn't yeah, thank you. It wasn't a ridiculously expensive pair, so
Nice.
I do have my
Congrats.
Halloween pair. Yeah.
But I did see so I saw that Kickscrew was selling some old Jordans, and they had like,
Which ones?
so they were selling, it was like a yellow and black pair. It almost looked like a shattered backboard, but they were saying it was yellow instead of
What
black.
number?
I didn't actually check the number.
Oh, okay.
It was like literally on my email, just had, this is what we have for like Halloween pairs. And they had a pair of shattered backboard Dunks, I think, that looked pretty nice. I'm like, those would be cool to have as like a Halloween, like,
Yeah.
this is my
Pair.
Halloween shoe.
Yeah.
I'd be super down to have, like, if they did a cool Halloween release, I would be down to get them and just wear them, like once or twice during
Yeah,
October.
it's a cool
fun,
themed shoe to have around October. Yeah.
But yeah, these are out right now if you guys want to get them. Doesn't seem like they're going too crazy, so
Yeah.
it should be something that is
They're not. It's pretty
something that you can get.
accessible. Yeah, for sure.
Moving it along here, this is also not really a horror theme shoe, but almost.
I'm actually really excited just because I kind of grew up while
Yeah.
these guys were coming up. You
With
know,
like
and
I can't think of the genre that they would be like thrash metal or
Thrasher,
something,
rock.
new metal
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But these are the Korn Adidas Campus collab.
yes, I also love the Adidas.
Really,
Campus.
really
It's
nice.
One of my favorite silhouettes. I thought
Really
they
nice
did,
silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought they did a great job. They do, especially with the font, the little touches.
The Korn font. Yeah.
They always do that with their little touches.
Because this pair is cool. You can see on the tongue there, it's just the standard Adidas logo.
Mm-hmm.
But here, I have another photo here of kind of the full set that they come with in the white pair.
Yes.
And one of them does say Korn on the tongue. So that's kind of cool.
And then the box is dope because it's like
It
a
looks like a instrument case.
instrument case, exactly.
Yeah,
and
a
it comes
tour
with
case.
like cool stickers and stuff like that.
Some stickers.
And
So if you're into Korn, I didn't know Korn was still, popping off like this.
I did not either. And a really random collab that we didn't see coming. Another cool connection to us is the guys from Korn went to
Bakersfield?
no, they went to Glendale High School.
I think one of them is from Bakersfield.
One of them
The
the main singer went to Glendale High School. Sorry, and then I went to Eagle Rock High, and that's like 10
it's
minutes away
close,
from each other.
close.
So pretty cool connection there.
Yeah, they're definitely kind of local-ish band. But yeah, pretty cool. I mean, they honestly look really nice. And if you were into Korn, it's funny, and they did like a full collab. They have like clothes and shirts and stuff.
Oh, they'll have all the merch.
and
for sure.
on the website, it's all like kind of goth. It's super funny.
But I mean, a lot of cool hits.
Good release for Halloween.
Great release for Halloween. Very nostalgic for people
Yeah.
that are like late 80s babies.
Yeah.
That love the TRL. They're on
Yes.
TRL a lot.
Yeah.
MTV and all that. So, very cool collab that
The
we didn't see
flame
coming.
sticker, that's actually pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
I want that too.
If I was more into Korn, this would be dangerous.
Too. Yeah. I mean, I know a few of their hits. Wasn't like a huge fan.
When I'm at the barbecue, I would go for beans over corn.
Or
Cornbread.
cornbread.
And then I got a few other recent releases from. This is kind of more just
There's so many. I was just telling Julian. It's
there's a lot of
ridiculous.
cool stuff coming out. I
It's
wanted
you're gonna go broke end of this year, and 2024 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Get ready.
So these are coming out, and I was like, ooh, I might have to get these. This is a nice pair of Dunks
Yeah.
that are coming out. They're not SBs, which is kind of good because usually SBs don't do half sizes after like 11, and I'm a 12 and a half, so these would be nice.
Yeah.
These look super clean too.
I would even call them like the Stormtrooper dunks.
Kinda, yeah.
Stormtrooper colorway. It's pretty sick.
But these are coming out soon. I don't think they have an actual release date yet.
Yeah.
But it's just something to
I wonder if
highlight
those
for
are
you
on
guys.
sneakers.
I think these are not being released through sneakers. They're gonna be.
Oh, so it's kind of a special pair.
It's gonna be just a
Oh, they're right
standard
there.
release. Yeah.
Oh, but they're just gonna be released. They're just gonna be released on Nike. Okay.
November 2nd. So by the time this airs, it should be just in a few days. If you guys want to try and get these, 115 right now.
Julian.
On Nike.com.
Julian does not have a pair of dunks yet, guys. He's been looking for his first pair. Comment below what dunk you think he should get. What dunk you think would look dope on him, and if you think he should get this one.
Yeah, I don't know. These might be one to get. I showed you. I kind of was thinking about getting what do they call them? The wheat dunks.
The wheat dunks, those are hard too.
Those are SBs though, so there's a chance that
Yeah.
I will not fit.
I know, and you can't. If you do 13, it would just be too big, right?
It would probably be too big. I'm wondering.
Even with all the padding.
Yeah, I'm like wondering if, I could get like a 12 maybe and just make it work.
Right.
But it is what it is.
We'll find you a pair of dunks, bro. It's gonna happen.
Should I be super basic and do these that are also coming out?
You know what, man? Now that you're into shoes and there's so many out there, I would not say waste your money on a pair of Pandas. I don't think so.
That's fair.
I think if you're gonna get a pair of dailies that are dunks, you can get a sick pair for the
That
same
you can still do for
the
dailies,
same
yeah.
price. Yeah, I mean, in terms of for the culture, let's stunt a little harder. Be better than the Gap.
These are coming out real soon. They come out tomorrow from when we record it, so this Friday at 7 a.m. And again, full size run, $115.
Yeah.
So why do you think Pandas are starting to get like a bad rep?
Just because there's so many
Everywhere, yeah.
They're literally the pair that they release over and over and over and over and over that they don't do to any other shoe.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can literally wear it with everything. Everybody wants it.
Everyone does wear it with
And
everything.
everyone
You see
does
them
it.
everywhere in
Yes.
LA.
Everyone and everyone, grandmas, grandpas, babies, you see it everywhere. And like you said, it goes with everything. And it's probably one of the cheapest. So why not? Again, I'm not hating on them. Wear what you like. I always say that. But if you have an opportunity to get something doper, I always say do that.
That's why I kind of like these because they're like similar.
Yes, inverted.
They're really white. That's the thing where I kind of like the wheats a little better just because it's like, okay, I could kind of scuff these up and it won't be the end of the world. Where these will show everything real quick.
Those will look like beat up Air Force Ones when they're beat.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So.
But they are nice.
But
they
they're
look
great.
super sick. Mm-hmm. And then I got one more that I was like, I know how I feel about these.
Okay.
This is not Nike, not Adidas. Definitely another casual wear that's just came out.
He hasn't told me. I want to know. Let's see.
Oh my
I looked at the team and I said loafers. I'm just kidding. Oh, those are cool.
You like these? I think these look weird. They're all suede.
You know what?
They look weird as hell to me.
They remind. I already know that. I can tell that they are. I think they are suede.
They're all it's an all suede except for the I guess it's not a swoosh. I don't know what they call that.
That's just their type.
I think they have a name for it though.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of old school.
Yeah.
Old schools.
They're nice.
The silhouette. The color. I was never really a fan of all black soles, but with the green on top doesn't look bad for me. Like for me, I would wear that with like an outfit, like if I were going camping or something.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. If I
Something
was
like
going to the Bebop down at the high school gym,
Yes.
I would wear those.
The bebop.
The Bebop.
Yes, at the discotheque.
At the discotheque. They are only $80.
Ooh, the high doesn't look too bad.
I just don't like.
You don't like?
that.
I don't think you like the color
the
combo.
color, and I
Yeah.
think the
I'm
with the suede.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't buy it, but
Now these are suede. I
like
like
those.
these. Kind of the more
like those a
cream
lot.
color. Also $80.
solid,
Or actually, these are only 75.
solid. Ooh, I like the checkered.
The checkered is nice.
That
I don't
one.
think these are all suede, but the checkered is nice.
That's pretty
Those
nice.
are also a new release. Only 65 for the checkered in this mono cream. They're calling it.
Not bad.
These are nice, and that's
I'm a
the thing
sucker
about
for
Vans. Super easy to just wear everywhere. Cheaper compared to a lot of the other stuff that we talk about. So it's super good buy if
yeah.
you're looking for a new shoe right now. And I kind of feel like you could dress these up a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
You know, holiday season's coming up. Got your holiday parties and stuff.
A nice little holiday party dinner, like a dinner party type of thing.
These can be nice.
Dinner party pair. Vans has also gotten into the realm of technology and comfort for their shoes because it was basically just waffle sole,
yeah.
everything. Now they've gotten to lighter materials. They have like the old schools, the new eras, era highs.
Yeah.
All with these new soles where the shoe is like super light, like less than 5 ounces, whatever. So I mean, technically, if you want to buy a comfy van or a pair of Vans, they have some too. So good shoe there that you showed.
Good pickup for anyone that's in the market, I would say. And then I do have one more going back kind of into more of our area. A yet to be released shoe scheduled to come out this December from what I read. The Adidas
Sick.
Anthony Edwards one.
Ooh.
These are really nice.
They're
I
sick.
think. They
So
kind of,
sleek.
Kind of remind me of the Tatum ones.
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit.
In the shape.
In the shape, yes, in the shape.
I think these are super nice, man. And we'll see. I wanted to talk about these because I assumed Ant would have worn them. He did not wear them yesterday.
Not just yet.
So I guess
think
maybe
he's
they're
holding
not
back.
ready yet. Yeah.
I want to talk about how they kind of reminded me of the Kobe 2 a little bit with all the holes for the ventilation on the side. This is obviously the sock, part like kind of like that's the inner lining of the shoe. And I also spoke to Julian about this earlier. I wanted to talk about the commercial they had for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But
You haven't seen it yet?
I saw them post it, and I saw that like, what did he say? He said like, this is the one, or something.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Adidas allowed it because it's him and some other dude, and they're like, nobody wants to wear the AE one. Why don't you pick one of these? So he shows him each one, and that's why the beef came up with Melo Ball, because the first shoe he pulls out is the MB one. He's like, nobody wears these, and he throws it, and he throws. I forgot whose other shoes are in there, but it's other players' shoes, and he's like, nah, no one's gonna wear those. No one's gonna wear those, and then it's his, and he's like, everybody's gonna wear these, and that's the commercial. And I'm kind of surprised.
That's pretty sick.
I'm kind of surprised that they showed the Melo, but he obviously answered back on Twitter.
Yeah, Melo said nobody. He just said the same thing essentially. He's like, no one's gonna wear these.
No one's gonna wear
the
these.
Melos.
Everyone's gonna wear my stuff.
The Melos are nice.
I like 'em.
The colorways are a bit crazy.
They're very crazy.
Not just a bit.
It's like they look like paintings if they melted, kind of. You know what I mean?
Like making, what were those things like from the 90s where you put like wax in like a thing and it melted it and made like a little mold of,
The mold of whatever you did. Yeah. Exactly what that is. Jackson Pollock.
These are them on foot, which is a little bit crusty, but I really like that blue pair, and I think they look sick on foot.
love them, bro.
And going back to our thing, they're going to have the ability to do a million colorways because it's kind of got the...
Just two.
It's just two things. It's in two familiar places where you got it on the toe, like you did on the question that we talk about all the time, and you got it on the
basically the sock
tongue
liner.
and the sock.
Yeah, that's so awesome that the three colors that you showed in that previous
Those are
picture.
cool
I loved
colorways.
all three.
Kind of like a fall colorway
Yeah.
set.
The red is cool. I always love that. And I probably would get the yellow one with black because that looks dope.
I might get these.
The blue
I
is
really like
sick
this
too.
kind of aqua blue thing they got going on. It's not quite a Timberwolves blue. Maybe like a throwback Timberwolves.
Does that say Ant? What does it say?
Maybe?
No, it says AE.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not ANT.
A-N-T.
The Ant-Man.
But yeah, I think these are sick. I wish he had worn them yesterday during their first game.
And I like him as a player too.
Oh man.
He's going to be
a force.
amazing.
But yeah, these are scheduled to come out in December of this year, so could be a good holiday pickup.
Yeah.
Something to keep your eye out on.
Yeah.
I would say. And
Is that
Go ahead.
Is that the last of your the new ones?
this is the last of the new releases. But yeah, Timberwolves 2, they lost to the Raptors yesterday, which I would say is a hair embarrassing. Just because, I mean, the Raptors still have some good players.
Hey, don't
But,
make
like,
fun of my boy Anunoby, man.
Anunoby is pretty good.
OG.
Cat had 19 and 10.
Okay.
Ant had 26 and 14 rebounds. Holy cow. More rebounds than Rudy Gobert, who had 13. Not like he played. He had 15 and 13. It wasn't a bad game for Rudy, but
Yeah.
OG had 20 points yesterday. Pascal Siakam only had 15. Schroeder had 22. Schroeder is going to thrive
He's going to be great.
in that system, man.
He needed a longer leash.
Grady Dick only played 2 minutes, which is interesting.
Interesting.
No points, 1 assist. So
Okay.
that's kind of weird. But yeah, I'd say not a great start if you lose to the Raptors, personally.
No.
It was in Toronto, I believe. So
Especially that Minnesota team. They have a lot of the same players. Should be a little better.
But yeah, this is my last of the new releases.
I just had a couple honorable mentions. They aren't out yet, but John Morant had a colorway called the Giraffe.
Oh yeah, I saw
I
that.
don't know if you saw that.
Looks kind of similar to some of the releases they've had of the Jordan 1 and 3, where
Like
they
the
did
safari
kind of like,
colors?
yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of did like almost like an elephant skin print type deal, but it was in a kind of more of a tan colorway.
Yeah,
That looks pretty cool.
pretty cool. The swoosh is like is the giraffe.
The
print.
giraffe skin,
So
yeah.
it's pretty cool. The rest of the shoe is tan. Part of the Kobe series that is being released of all his shoes. The Kobe 9 Halo is
Yep,
coming out
I
in
saw they announced
August
that.
of next year in the high top elite
Yeah,
and
those
also the low.
So are the 9s the one that came out after his Achilles thing?
Yeah.
Or
Well, they had he had the 9s, and then technically, then the injury happened, and then they made
The
the
crazy
highs.
version, yeah.
But then
I remember
it's
those.
basically a 9 with like a higher boot.
because
looking-
then didn't they do I think that's one of my favorite commercials is when they did the ankle insurance,
Mm-hmm.
where it would be, I think, just guys playing basketball, but sometimes Kobe, and it would like.
it's like a lawyer commercial.
Yeah, and it'd be like,
yeah.
you need ankle insurance, and he
Yeah.
would go to cross him, and then they would freeze it, and the dude's ankles would explode.
And it's like it's all like bent to the side.
Those are good. Kobe had some good
He
commercials.
has some of
man.
the best. That's maybe a commercial episode would be cool. Because
Yeah,
there's
that'd be cool.
shoe commercials. There's
What
a
the hell are you
lot.
talking about, Kobe Bryant? You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah.
That's an all-time classic.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, and the stars are there. Crazy. And what else did I have? I also the Jordan 6 Olympic is coming out as
Yes,
well.
which is very cool.
Uh-huh.
Bit of a misnomer, a little bit, just because, like we've talked about many times,
Your,
Jordan.
your comment went off.
It went off, and
Everyone's
it,
like, yeah.
but it
sure.
got some responses too. Were like, well, people,
They
it's
know
it's
their
for the
stuff.
2000 Olympics, which is fair. That's
Okay,
when Ray
but-
Allen played, and he's the one that wore it.
Yes, but
But-
you were what we are talking about is you know.
I mean, so the post we're referring to is from Nice Kicks.
Yes.
It shows Jordan
Mm-hmm.
in the Olympic getup, and then it has a circle of the Olympic 6.
Yes.
So it's like Jordan never wore the Olympic 6.
It's just the Jordan 6 Olympics, but he didn't wear it.
He did not wear
and
it.
people automatically assume that he wore it
during
but he-
'92, which kind of, I mean,
Yes.
the 6 came out for the 90-91 season, so close enough.
Close enough. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't know about you, but I mean, I think I like 7s more than 6s, even though they're very similar. But
Ah.
I like the Olympic 7
Hard.
a lot.
You gotta get that in the collection sometime. That's later down.
I'll
the
get
road.
all the 7s. Give
Yeah,
me them
7.
all.
You really like the 7.
I
huh?
don't know what it is, man. That might be my favorite
Christmas.
Jordan we've done. No, we're done with
Cardinal
no more
7.
presents.
No more- You're not gonna stop me, buddy.
I'm gonna tie you up.
I'm all pressing it.
So, hey Siri.
Purchase now. Swipe. Also, last couple things. Adidas did cancel the release of all their Yeezys.
Yeah, postponed it.
Postponed.
I think maybe they just canceled it, but from what I heard,
For at least the rest of this year, which is
Because-
kind of huge because I know they have a huge surplus of
Backlog,
of Yeezys in all the warehouses they have.
yeah.
So what are you gonna do with all that?
Because essentially, it was after Kanye made his comments earlier this year. I don't remember about Hitler being I don't know, whatever he said that was very anti-Semitic. He's backtracked those statements, but Adidas being a company that had close ties to Nazi Germany back in the day,
Yeah.
they have to be very careful.
Yeah, they
So they had
do.
said that they're going to end their partnership with Kanye. Yeezy line is done, but they will release the remaining
Of his shoes.
back stock they have of Yeezys.
Mm-hmm.
But now, due to the conflict in the Gaza Strip with Israel and Palestine, they are halting the release.
Yep.
At least temporarily. Maybe
Yeah.
who knows how long, but definitely noteworthy right there.
And your episode of Wizards comment of the episode. Kyle Kuzma is releasing a Childhood Dreams collection, along with merch like clothing and a shoe. And I
With
believe
Puma?
he wore with Puma, and I believe he wore it last night.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty cool. We'll show it to you maybe on the socials or somewhere if you guys really want to see it. But probably not a shoe I would wear, but very much in Kyle Kuzma's realm.
The Zards are definitely going to be an interesting team this year.
Wizzies.
Because they have
Wizzy
Danny
Zards.
Abdia that they extended, and he
Yeah.
is pretty good. But like,
I don't
no
know.
one's going to be shooting the ball except for Poole and Kuz,
Exactly.
which I have affectionately named Puzma.
Paluzma.
Paluzma.
Yeah. Paloma.
Kyle Paluzma. Paloma from.
Yeah. Yeah. And Poole, I feel like, will either go off one night or be or shoot very, very bad the other night. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be tough to be consistent.
Same with Kuz too.
Yeah, that's true.
But moving it along to our next topic,
Mm-hmm.
Some heat on the feet.
On the feet. On court kicks.
Some on-court kicks.
Mm-hmm.
First one that you wanted to talk about is a shoe, a friend of the show shoe, the Tatum 1, but this time in a special breast cancer
Cancer
awareness month colorway.
Man, they're so sick.
There is, what is his name?
RJ Barry.
Yes, thank you.
Barry?
RJ Barry.
Barry.
RJ Barrett with the, is that Anta on his feet?
No, that's a Puma.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. D'ing up Jason Tatum, though, who is lined up.
Who will most likely, after this play, got cooked.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not an RJ Barrett believer. Not that I have a lot of stake. I don't own
Yeah.
a lot of Knicks stock.
Same.
But
Same.
not a huge RJ Barrett believer. Tatum did go off. 34 points, 11 rebounds,
Per use.
4 assists, 2 steals, a block, 4 turnovers, 3 fouls on 13 of 22 shooting. This was Wednesday during the big night of games.
He hit a couple big shots last night in the fourth quarter.
He is incredibly clutch, that man.
That guy.
He's really good.
He is a CB.
Jizzle. Celtics bucket getter.
Yes.
Celtics big guy.
You'll never hear me say how much I love this shoe enough.
Yeah, man. This
Look
shoe,
at that. The pink one is tight, man.
They can do some crazy colorways.
They can go wild with this shoe, bro.
The pink lemonade one,
Ooh.
when that came out, I was like, oh man.
Man, yeah, those are hard, yeah.
I can't wait to try these out because I'm going to cook you so hard.
No, dude, you see what I'm wearing right now? These will I'll be wearing when I drop 40 on you.
Hey, when I blow by you, everyone's going to be calling those crazy lates
Crazy.
because they're going to be late.
You thought
on
of that
defense.
already.
I've had this plan. I've been writing down jokes. Your mother.
Yeah.
No, scratch that.
Well, when I'm playing on you, the JT is going to stand for just traveled.
Gonna force the travel. Wow, that'd be really impressive,
See?
frankly.
See?
But
But not, I
close up.
I saw everybody's shoes from the last couple of days. I chose this one just because the breast cancer awareness kind of has
Yep.
spills a special place in my heart. So all those the colorways that have a breast cancer awareness colorway is always kind of or that colorway has been special to me.
It's cool because I feel like you don't see it a crazy amount in the NBA. I feel like that's more of an NFL thing. But I mean, granted, the NBA usually. This
Yeah.
is actually, I feel like for me, kind of an early start to the NBA. I
Yeah.
think they're trying to start earlier so that there's not as much back-to-backs and
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
stuff like that.
Smart, better on the body.
which is good. But I remember, 10, 15 years ago, they were starting on Halloween.
yeah.
I think to avoid crossover with the World Series, which is
Oh,
starting,
that's true, 'cause they're about to start.
tomorrow, Saturday. So
And some other notable breast cancer awareness colorways were on the LeBron. The LeBron has it's called the KAO. The KAO is like a organization that supports breast cancer. And what was the other one I had? Not the Kobe's. It was there's a-
KD had his Aunt Pearl.
Aunt Pearl
which
is in
kind
all
of,
pink. In
yeah,
all pink also,
yeah,
but also an like homage to his aunt. So
kind of
also cool.
a breast cancer awareness thing because it's
Yeah.
always all pink.
So shout out that
I
colorway.
saw Siakam wore those.
Oh yeah,
Interestingly, I don't know how I saw that, but I did.
yeah,
Oh, I was trying to look up Ant, see what he wore, and I saw Siakam wore those, so that was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
yeah. So yeah.
Speaking
cool
of LeBron, we mentioned this last episode that he had not yet in preseason laced up the LeBron 21s. He did put on the Pearl Dragon, the colorway that we highlighted last episode. He wore those in the first game against the Nuggets. So he did finally wear his first signature shoe. But yeah, great looking shoe.
Also, we don't know if this will ever release. He's the first time I've ever seen it.
I would doubt it.
If they did, I would imagine.
I mean, in fairness,
like super rare.
Most of the other colorways that he's worn have released.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
St. Louis one, that one is sick. That released. Pink Lemonade has released. The black and red one that we liked.
Yeah.
That one did release. It's gone now. So yeah, I mean, I guess you never say never, but I haven't seen anything. Moving it along to a highly touted rookie prospect and Brandon Miller.
Oh baby.
For the Charlotte Hornets.
You know, now that I'm looking at it, bro, I don't think those are the Halos. I think it's the Halo all white pair.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
So it's basically just like a blank
canvas.
Yeah.
Sick jerseys.
Oh, I love that jersey.
I know. Hornets have some.
The
Bobcats jerseys were pretty bad, but the Hornets jerseys are usually pretty good.
Yeah. Those remind me of the Grandmama days.
Yeah,
I like that.
Those are sick. You know what? I guess the only thing I'll say, the MKG. Do you remember Michael K. Gilchrist?
Yeah.
When that era of like Kemba, after they switched back from Bobcats to Hornets, I don't like those jerseys that much. If you remember them, they were like more purple.
Oh yes, I do remember
very
that.
plain, like just one big line on each shoulder.
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, not great.
They kind of went back to old school. Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah,
like
these
that.
are nicer. I think. I don't know if these are their normal jerseys, but
or if that's their home jersey?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Maybe.
But yeah, Brandon Miller wearing the Kobe 8s, correct?
Those are the 8s.
The Protros.
Yes.
Get a close up here.
Man,
customize
those are
them.
sick.
Pretty sick, man.
Shout out! I told Julian earlier. Shout out to customizer Will Customs on Instagram. I did research and found that he was the designer and customizer for this pair. So shout out to
Good
Will.
find.
Shout out to Will Customs.
Yes, sir.
Very, very nicely done on
Very
there.
cool, and it kind of reminds me. Well, I mean, it makes sense of the draft day 4s.
Yes.
Because that's
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Very cool though. Like,
how do you like the shape of the 8, the Kobe 8?
I like the shape.
It's pretty.
I mean,
right?
it reminds me of the 6. You know,
yeah, a
bit.
lot.
So,
a lot.
nothing-
The 6, 7, and 8 Kobe are very similar. I feel like Eric Avar is just like, let's keep that.
If it ain't broke.
That's right.
But yeah, really cool customization job here. Brandon Miller had a pretty good game for his first ever NBA game.
Second pick of the draft?
Yes, because Scoot went 3rd.
Yes.
Which makes sense because the Hornets did not need another guard.
And number 1 is Vicky Wams.
Vicky Dubs.
Vicky Dub.
Who had a decent game.
Yeah, not bad.
He interestingly had 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting, and another Spurs center power forward started his career with 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Mr. Timmy Duncan.
Timothy Duncan.
Timothy Duncan.
Timothy Duncan.
I like to joke that if Tim Duncan really wanted to, he could have had all of the donut sponsorships.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Tim Hortons, famous in Canada.
Tim Hortons. Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. And then we'll just throw in Krispy Kreme.
And then Yum Yum Donuts.
Yum Yum. Tim Duncan's famous nickname, Tim Yum Yum.
Yum Yum Duncan.
There goes Yum Yum. Big fun day Yum Yum.
Big triple double for Yum Yum. I saw a very funny story on Mike Brown was on All the Smoke. He's the latest guest. Shout out All the Smoke. And he said, the day Tim loved Steven Jackson. So I guess they were playing the Rockets, and they were beating them, and Coutinho Mobley threw an alley-oop to Steve Francis, and he said, yeah, let's run these bitches out the gym. And then Steven Jackson grabbed the ball, looked at him, he said, who you guys calling bitches? He's like, we can do this outside. And then
Stack is so crazy.
And then Tim Duncan and David Robinson were next to Mike Brown. And they were like this, yes, like because they're so quiet, they don't talk trash. They're just going. Yes.
What is that famous KG story about Tim talking trash? He just goes, Yep.
Yep.
In your face.
In your face. Yeah, it's like really weird. It's like
Got ya.
almost had that shot, right? Like it's like really
Yeah.
like
You almost had that one.
yeah.
It's like almost nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brandon Miller in his debut against the Hawks. The Hornets did win, which, given everything going on with the Hornets franchise,
Yeah.
count your wins while you can.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Take them where you
Undefeated
can.
Hornets right now.
That's right. Take it where you can, baby.
Yes, 13 points for Brandon Miller, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a turnover, and 3 fouls on 5 of 9 shooting, including 3 of 7 from downtown. Pretty good.
Nice, bro.
Pretty good way to start your NBA career.
Good for him,
I'd
man.
Say. LaMelo had 15 points and 10 assists. PJ Washington had 25 points for the Hornets, and then
Who they're expecting big things from.
yeah, he's looking good. And then the Hawks guards just poo-pooed the bed, man.
And I have DeJounte Murray on my
Oh my
fantasy,
God, I'm
and
so
he
sorry.
did not do good last night.
11 points, 6 assists on 3 of 14 shooting.
Yep.
And Trey had, I guess, a better game from a counting stats point of view. 23 points and 9 assists, but only 4 of 19 shooting. Just not going to get it done.
And
Jalen Johnson had a pretty good game.
That guy.
He's in his 3rd year. I thought he was a rookie.
I thought he was a rookie
Yeah.
too. You know,
He looks good. He looks really good.
I'm not saying it's jitters, but you know, first game of the season, a lot of these guys still got to get their feet.
I
under
guess.
them, you know, but that's not good.
Keeping it in the Kobe realm, we are going to move to Chicago with arguably Kobe's biggest fan, Debo, who I had to highlight his pregame fit because this dude he looks like he's going to beat you up.
No, tell me you're from LA without telling me
This
from
looks
LA.
like he looks like he dressed up as Debo from Friday,
Legit Debo.
like for
Yeah.
his Halloween costume,
That's very LA outfit.
with some AJ1s, I think.
Those are the Travis Scott fragment one lows.
Pretty nice.
$1,000.
He was wearing some insane heat all day yesterday.
Yeah.
He was ready to ball out, which is kind of funny that they ended up losing by 20 and had to have a players only meeting. But you know, to
He
each their own.
he prides himself in calling himself the Kobe PE God, and he said he will not let anybody beat him.
I don't know.
I kind of
PJ.
agree. He said that PJ would probably be the only one.
PJ has
Everything.
some crazy.
But but what I found out was when him and Kobe had a special relationship.
Yeah.
They had that story where he wore Jordans because he didn't want to wear Kobe's.
Yeah.
around
Kobe
him.
got pissed.
And he got pissed.
Won the game.
He made DeMar the basically the spokesperson for his shoes, and
Going forward,
and
yeah.
especially when he was retired. So pretty sick. He got all the special pairs, maybe all the PEs that were supposed to go to Kobe, they made just for him instead.
Which is pretty sick because, like, you know, DeMar is not the guy that's going to get his own shoe.
Yeah.
You know, he's just not at that level.
Yeah.
It's also cool because he was an all-star during Kobe's last year,
Yeah.
playing for the Toronto Raptors when the All-Star game was in Toronto. So that probably must have meant the world to DeMar.
For
so
sure.
It makes sense that he got handed down the Kobe line.
Oh yeah.
If anyone would. Here's what he warmed up in that you sent me, though. This is some crazy stuff to just wear warming up. What?
Amazing. pair.
So this is the Stussy collab on the Air Penny 2.
Yes. Amazing pair.
Crazy.
There is that pair. I believe there's a pair with black and green.
Look at this guy eyeing them. He's like, damn.
Yeah, he's even looking down. Yeah, he's looking down like, damn, those are dope. Yeah, so there was a few pairs of the Stussies that came out of the Penny 2. Penny 2 had a huge like emergence over the last couple of years, which I missed. I wish I got some of them. But Stussy was one of the collaborators with Nike on this, and that all black pair is amazing. Yeah, so that's Stussy and Nike collab on the Penny 2 is super dope. I love it.
Crazy.
I
Do you know what they're going for?
they're not that expensive, bro. Honestly,
That's
They're-
nice.
I'm gonna say like under 200.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
super doable.
Super doable, and they're again. I'm not really huge on the all black, but that one I will definitely wear.
And then to round things out here, he also wore the Kobe 8 Pro Tro in white. And this is what he wore for the game. He didn't end up wearing the Stussies to play in. Pretty
Imagine
cool.
that.
Yeah, right? That's some PJ Tucker stuff for real.
That's
right
a real
there.
pair to walk in, pair to warm up, pair to play, and then
Crazy.
and then maybe second half pair.
I think he wore them the whole game, but very, very likely could have had a second half pair. But yeah,
Ooh,
they're
and
pretty
then,
clean with that white Bulls jersey.
And who is this player?
That's what I was kind of wondering.
Number
I'm
21?
honestly not 27. I think it is.
Is it? Okay, yeah. But he's wearing the OG KDs that are pretty dope as well.
Yeah, those are pretty nice. 20. No, I guess you're right. It must be 21 because it doesn't say that 27 played. Aaron Wiggins. I don't know.
Oh, that's what's his name's brother?
Yeah, and that is him.
Andrew's brother.
Yes.
Yes. A Wiggin, what's up to Aaron Wiggins?
Actually, I'm not sure if it's his brother.
It's not because
Normally they say on Basketball Reference if they're related to somebody, but I'm not seeing. I think Andrew Wiggins does have a brother that was going to be in the NBA.
yeah, I could be wrong.
Nick and Mitchell Wiggins, who I think
Never
they
mind.
tried to make it in the NBA. I definitely don't know anything about them.
Okay, never mind. I thought I heard something about but anyways, Aaron Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins' older brother just 6 days ago was signed by the Timberwolves. His name is somewhere on here. Nick Wiggins.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just got the name.
Oh wait, no. It said 6 days ago. This is from 2015. I don't know why it said that. It said
Take that back.
The article said play alongside. I'm like, Wiggins has played for the Timberwolves in a minute. But yeah, DeMar had an okay game. Bulls did end up losing by 20, like we've mentioned.
Yeah.
20 points for DeMar. Needed 20 more, I guess. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, a block, no turnovers, and 1 foul on 9 of 20 shooting.
9 of 20, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Levine was the Bulls' next highest scorer with 16 on 4 of 16 shooting. And then,
Yikes.
I mean, the Thunder guys just killed everybody. Shea had 31, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists
Oh
on
my
12
God.
of 18 shooting.
Yep.
Crazy. They're talking about him being in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, he was top 5 MVP last year.
Jalen Williams with no Y.
Ah.
Shout
okay.
out to us last episode.
Yeah.
That clip cracked me up.
That is the.
I feel like
the best
only real
clip
NBA
ever.
fans will enjoy it.
Yeah, but-
it's so funny.
Yeah, that's great.
And then Chet Holmgren in his NBA debut had an okay game. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal.
I also have him on my fantasy, and I expect the stats to be better than that as
I
the
think
year
that's
as the
okay.
year gets on.
Some more rebounds for sure.
Yeah.
I think Giddey had 16 points as well. He's great. So those Thunder guys, they are going
coming.
to be trouble. And they're all so young.
They're on
There's
the
like
way, baby.
No one older than like 25 on that team or something.
And I mean, if they wanted to switch things up, they got the assets for it. you
Yeah,
know?
man.
So you need a vet in there. They'll throw somebody along with a couple picks, maybe.
One more shoe I wanted to talk about just because I thought this was funny. We've talked about the shoe before, the Luka 2.
Yee.
And I just thought it was funny because Grant Williams and Luka wore the same pair.
Oh, take a look at that.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. What's back there? Is that a Jordan 11?
That's the Jordan 11 and a half.
And a half.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. He wore it too.
That's terrible.
I mean, I like the shape of it, but
Pretty funny.
it's not an 11.
11 and
Anyway.
a half.
But I watched this game as well.
Yeah, fun game. Wemby's debut.
The Mavs do not look as powerful,
No.
but what's scary is once the fourth quarter came along, Luka turned it up along with Kyrie. That's what made them dangerous because Luka was scoring from everywhere.
He did everything last night. The Mavs ended up winning by 7, 126 to 119.
Yeah.
He had a crazy step back dagger
The
too.
nasty step
Put him up
back.
by like 6, I think. He finished with 33 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals. So he had that triple double. 4 turnovers and only 1 foul on 13 of 25. Super efficient. Kyrie had 22 points and 6 assists, and then rookie Derek Lively for the Mavs had 16 points and 10 rebounds. So
That guy looked
Crazy
great
stuff.
last night, man.
Wemby, in addition to his 15 points, like we mentioned earlier, he had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block with 5 turnovers and 5 fouls. So
And 17 fouls.
yeah, he's got to learn. He's got to just get adjusted
He'll keep
to
it
the
together.
NBA life.
He'll
Yeah.
I
I want to play our favorite game
Okay.
because I was like, these are lies. Mm-hmm. This is not true that people call this man this. But Luka has about 8 nicknames on Basketball Reference.
Okay.
He's got the Matador. I've heard that.
Okay. I've heard
Pretty
that.
good nickname.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Even though he's not Spanish. He did play in Spain. He's not Spanish, but he played in Spain.
Yes, he did.
Cool Hand, as in Cool Hand Luke.
Ah, I
Cool
like
Hand
that.
Luka.
Cool.
Good one. The Dawn.
I have not heard that.
I don't think I've heard that one. I guess it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Oh,
getting,
because of
yes.
Doncic?
This is getting to weird territory. Wonder Boy. Wonder Bread Boy.
I don't know where that. Oh, because
He's
good.
wonderful.
Wonder Man.
I don't speak Spanish, so I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
El Niño Maravilla. Maravilla. I don't know what Maravilla means.
Maravilla
boy?
is also a gang.
The gang boy.
Yeah.
This one is really what got me. Swaggy L.
No. That okay.
Who
No.
calls
That's
him
fake.
Swaggy L?
That's no.
I bet Nick Young said that one time,
And
and
then
Basketball
people ran
Reference
with
is
it.
like, we'll just add that in.
Let's just run with it. Yeah.
Luka Legend. I kind of heard that.
I think I heard that a little bit.
Luke,
Holy moly.
Luka Magic is
I've
listed
heard
on there.
that.
Heard that. I've heard that more as not
Refer
as a
to his
nickname,
play.
as a like a play. Like
Yes.
if he shoots it behind the backboard and it goes in, that's
Yeah.
Luka Magic.
Yes.
And then this one sounds like some generic 2K nickname. Too Easy.
No.
That's not only not his nickname. That's a terrible nickname.
Yeah.
No one should have Too Easy as their nickname.
Yeah. I know where you're
Unless
going.
you wear number 2, like Shea,
Yeah.
he could have that.
Derek
It's
Fisher?
Too Easy. Derek Fisher. So, anyways, my favorite pastime, listing off
The nicknames.
nicknames.
Yeah. My favorite nickname still Bad Porn,
Oh my God. The Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper, The Servant. What was the other one? The Human Celebration Cigar.
The Human Celebration
Remember that?
cigar.
I was like, ugh.
For Sven Nader, I think.
What the
All right.
Okay, sure. I have a game for you. I think I have all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Saddy Daddy. Who is your 2023? Let's go backwards. Who is your 2023-24 Executive of the Year?
Oh God, the end of the year awards. Executive of the Year. Fun fact, I don't know who votes on this. It's not the media. I think it's other members. Not that we're the media.
Kind of a bad question too, because the trade deadline hasn't passed yet.
Yeah,
But
that
just you know,
probably, if I had to
in
guess,
terms of needs and actually gets.
whoever the GM for Milwaukee is probably gonna win.
I like that. Okay. Clutch Player of the Year.
Obviously, way too early to tell.
This is why I'm asking, because this is a great answer.
Dame?
Yes, that's exactly what I
guess
had.
I'm sticking in Milwaukee.
Yes.
Dame.
Yes,
maybe
that's who I
Donovan
had.
Mitchell, I could see.
That's who I had. Donovan's a good one.
That's a good one, I
That was
think.
a good one. Who else could you have in there? Clutch.
Obviously, reigning champ, De'Aaron Fox.
Brian Fox is good too. Could have bounce or 2 years in a row.
I could low-key see Jamal Murray, depending on how many big shots they
Oh,
might. They
yeah.
might not have
That's
a
a
lot
really
of
good
close
one.
games, to be honest.
That's a really good one. I like that.
I'm sticking with Dame as my favorite though.
Okay.
Shea also.
Shea could be on there for sure. Coach of the Year.
Spoelstra has never won Coach of the Year.
He deserves it.
I don't think this year is the year, just because I think the Heat are not going to be. They're just not. I don't know. They're just a weird team. Coach of the Year.
But every time we said they went twice, dude. Finals.
Mike Malone could win it.
Yeah.
They're going to be ridiculously good. I don't.
Billy
think,
Donovan.
I don't. Billy Donovan.
Maybe.
Could,
That might
is
be
he
for me.
coaching? I don't. He's not coaching
Wait,
the
who's
Thunder
coaching the
anymore.
Thunder? Who's coaching the
It's a
Thunder?
guy named Mark Dagnall is his name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I
And
don't
I-
know if Billy Donovan's coaching. He might be coaching the Thunder.
I also forgot that Adrian
I mean,
Griffin
Thunder,
is
Wizards.
coaching the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't think he'll win. Nick Nurse maybe, because the Sixers have had a lot of turmoil. So,
But they looked okay tonight. I'm not saying.
I mean, mean, yeah,
they look
fine.
not bad.
The Bucks just
Oubre
look
was
way
huge for
better.
them, bro.
Tommy Tibbs. But if I had to pick one,
Yeah.
I am going to go
Rick
Lakers
Carlisle.
friend,
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel. I'm going Frank Vogel
mean,
with the Suns.
'Cause they're probably gonna be 1 or 2 seed. So.
And they got, not turmoil, but they had a lot of roster change, so
Yeah.
I could see that being a possibility.
Yeah. Sixth man.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Rui Hachimura. Nah.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis
Who,
definitely.
is he the reigning sixth man of the year? Who won last year?
I forgot. Good question.
Bobby Portis. Honestly, I think what's his name? Quickly, he was runner up last year, or maybe Quentin Grimes. One of those two dudes on the Knicks.
Grimes is also good.
But I think, I think Quickly would have to be.
That's pretty good.
Have to be my pick, or Portis. One of the two. Who won it last year? Brogdon won it last year. I'm going Portis this year.
Brogdon.
Lots of
Interesting.
Bucks. I'm picking way too many Bucks.
I know,
players.
that's
They're not
crazy.
going to win this many awards.
Defensive player of the year.
Oh man. I want to say
AD
I
Could
could
be.
see AD.
potentially.
I'm unconvinced just because he's got to play the games.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got to play 65. I could see Jared Allen. I could see Evan Mobley, one of those two guys.
Uh-huh.
Even though
Very
they kind of negate each other because they're on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, depending on how much minutes and games he plays, Wemby could have
Wemby.
his
I was just
name.
gonna say Wemby
That dude can just block. He can block you
from half court.
when you throw up a half court lob. It's
Yeah.
like at the buzzer.
Interesting one.
That's a really,
It's really
tough,
tough.
one.
Who's coming off the bench for the Clippers? Norman Powell.
He won't win Defensive Player of the Year though.
Oh, I was thinking of six men still. Sorry. Anyway, Zubats.
Maybe Aaron Gordon. I think people are going to appreciate what he
Oh,
does
yeah.
quite a bit.
That's true.
Depending on how many games, Kawhi
Kawhi
is
could be up there.
never
Yeah.
a bad choice. Okay, my pick, Drew Holiday.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Former Buck. I only pick Bucks.
You think Marcus Smart will be in there in the running this year?
No.
Nah.
I feel like that was a fluke.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been Sixth Man of the Year.
I don't. Think. I also believe they should.
Or not
give it
Sixth
to
Man,
him.
Defensive Player of the
Defensive
Year.
player,
Not
yeah.
when guys like Drew Holiday are in the league.
Yep.
To me, that's a travesty. Who
Uh,
won last year? Jaren Jackson Jr.? I'm okay with that. I can accept that.
Even though it doesn't show
Yeah.
after. Most improved player.
Most improved.
I got Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey could win. He was top 5, I guess, like 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
that is kind of a weird place.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what happens with the Thunder, Jalen Williams, even though he's
Jalen
a
Williams.
second-year player, I
Yes.
think. So that's a little too early.
Mm-hmm.
Who made some? Who went? Maybe depending
That
on
Grimes kid is good.
Grimes. Quickly, honestly, could be up
Quickly
there.
could be up there as
'Cause
well.
I mean, if he continues to play how he did, he could be up there. Devin Vassell is looking really
Oh,
good.
he looks great.
Maybe because the Jazz are kind of like a weird team. What's his name from the Hawks?
Which one?
Someone with a J. He got traded there. John Collins.
Collins.
John Collins
That's
could
right.
be most improved. Maybe Ananobi.
Oh, yeah,
I think-
maybe.
I
Yeah,
think Ananobi.
with a bigger role
I'll
now.
go with Ananobi
Yeah.
for that one.
Okay, I like that. And who's your MVP?
The MVP of the NBA for this
Interesting.
upcoming year,
This is really interesting answer.
I think, is going to be, once again, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah,
He's just too good.
I'm gonna throw a name out there. Who could possibly be in the top
Franz
5?
Wagner.
No, no.
Devin Booker.
Yes, that's one, and the other one, Damian Lillard.
I do think Dame has a chance to be in
Because
the
of-
MVP conversation because the team is finally going to be
Thank
good.
you. The team he's on, he has a team that will help him, along with his type of game, to get him up there in that ranking. I think.
Who is your champs this year?
I'm gonna go. I'll give you a top 3. I think that it could be. I don't know who's gonna win. I really don't. But I will say the Nuggets look really good. Obviously the Bucks look really good, and then I'm gonna put the. I feel like the Celtics will figure it out in there
That's
somewhere.
I feel like the favorites in the NBA media landscape. I feel like I've heard a lot of Celtics over Bucks, which I don't know. I mean, having now seen the first game of the Bucks, I think I would say
crazy.
it's going to be a Bucks Nuggets finals,
Yeah.
and I would probably have to pick the Nuggets.
Can you imagine that?
That'd be a great.
I want to
finals,
see
man.
that now, like
I
a
want to see
regular
that
season
so
matchup.
bad. Yeah,
That they're gonna kill each other.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So that would be I like your choices, bro. Very Bucks dominated.
Yeah,
But,
I don't feel too good about that, but
I'm sure we'll see. We'll think of some other players who will be in the running for some of these. But I kind of agree with you on all of them, bro.
maybe if the Bulls do okay, I could see a Caruso 6 Man of the Year. I don't know if he's gonna. They're starting Kobe White this year over
Yeah.
Caruso, so I could see a Caruso 6 Man of the Year campaign.
Kobe's been working on his game a lot this
I like
offseason,
Kobe White.
So
I think he's kind of maxed out, but
yeah, but
I heard. I don't remember. I was listening to the Low Post, and they were talking. They did the same thing, and I don't remember if they were doing Most Improved or 6 Man. But they were talking. It was like short list. It was not someone they think is going to win. Max Christie. I'm like, I
No
don't see
way.
him. I would love for Max Christie to have a bigger role, frankly, but I don't see that.
I don't see it.
I think he's really good. I think he's got a career ahead of him. but
It would be hard to see him surpassing 10 minutes a game this season.
I honestly would want Reeves to win 6 Man of the Year.
Yeah, me
I
too.
want him to come off the bench and just torch opposing benches.
Yes.
Because I think you could, to me, the Lakers, as a Lakers fan, I think that the starting lineup that I would like to see would be D'Lo, a little bit oversized, but Taurean Prince at the 2, then Vando
At the 3.
at the 3 or 4,
4,
and then
and
Braun
Braun
and
3.
AD.
And 80 at 5.
And then you have Rui off the bench with
With Reeves.
and Jackson Hayes.
And Gabe Vincent.
Oof. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Reeves
Jackson
off the
Hayes
bench would
is huge
just-
for us, I think.
Oh, he's gonna be good. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to need him to be active as hell.
I'm going to need Darvin Ham to not play Christian Wood.
Yeah.
Please do not play him. But yeah, I think if AR is obviously good enough to start, but if he came off the bench, man,
Yeah, I think it'd be good
I
off the
think it
bench,
would
too.
be a game changer for us.
Yeah.
Because
think
I don't
so, too.
really think with D'Lo we need Reeves in the starting lineup. I'm honestly not sold on D'Lo in the starting lineup, which is saying a lot.
But I would rather I'd rather have him in there in the beginning and then have Reeves close out the
Close,
game.
yeah.
Yeah. You know.
But yeah, I think AR off the bench would just be. It'd be relief for LeBron, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna do that anyways, but you know what it is. We've talked long enough, that's for sure.
That's pretty long. Yeah, I mean, a couple announcements. We will be at Complex Con in November 18th. So
Come find us.
we'll see you there, or you'll see
will
our
see you
content
square.
after. Yeah. Some of the things that we had planned for the future got pushed back a little bit that we're kind of working on now, but we have a lot of cool things coming up for this next month or so.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff. I kind of want to keep this new-ish format where we talk about newer releases and stuff, and want to add in a little fun game and stuff for us. So we'll get to that soon. But yeah, keep your eyes out. Let us know if you guys are going to get any of these new releases or who you guys are pulling for in the NBA season.
Yeah, let us know who you guys got in the finals. Let us know who you guys, winning these awards.
And we'll talk again about that in 8 months, 10 months.
In the finals, after the
Yeah.
finals. But thanks, guys, for watching episode 27. This is the Sneaks and Stats podcast, and a wiggy late to all of you out there.
One more shoe I wanted to talk about just because I thought this was funny. We've talked about the shoe before, the Luka 2.
Yee.
And I just thought it was funny because Grant Williams and Luka wore the same pair.
Oh, take a look at that.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.